A new video of THF Bayzoo surfaced recently. Even though it was only a few seconds long, the short clip seems to reveal more than anyone expected, sparking rumors that Bezoo might have actually seen the shooters before he was killed. The details are more disturbing, and everybody is already talking. You know what time it is. Let's break this down piece by piece. New footage released. According to the newly released video that went viral, the alleged shooters were sitting and waiting for Bezoo before running straight at him and gunning him down. In situations like this, it's clear that Bezoo may have already known that one day he could be targeted. The first rule, though, is never to be too comfortable anywhere in the video. You can see Bezoo walking down the street with two men by his side, holding something in his hand. We have no idea what was going on, but it appears that the shooters came from an angle where they hopped out of a car at the end of maybe a parking lot. However, what is disturbing about this newly released footage is that it seems Bezoo saw them coming towards him. He literally turned back and saw them, but he didn't drop what he was carrying or try to hide. Instead, he kept walking toward his car, almost as if he knew the danger was there, but chose to face it head on. Maybe Bezoo felt it was the right moment, especially since he's known as one of the most dangerous rappers in the Chicago drill scene. Or maybe when he looked back and locked eyes with the alleged shooters, he didn't expect what would happen next. So, when you really look at the situation from this angle, it becomes even more shocking. Like we said earlier, it almost feels like it was just Bezoo's time to go. In the footage, it even looks like he turns around and glances at the men who are about to take his life, almost as if he sensed what was coming just seconds before it happened. It probably never crossed his mind. Just like FBG Duck. Duck was downtown shopping for his child's birthday, in a busy area where nobody expects something to go down. It never crossed his mind that his ops would pull up on him and do that right there in broad daylight. However, in Chicago, none of that matters. Broad daylight doesn't matter. Location doesn't matter. When someone wants you gone, they'll take that chance anywhere. So as soon as Bezoo made it to the car with whatever he was carrying, boom, shots went off at close range. Bezoo and the guys with him all had their heads down. Some were focused on loading things into the car, and others were distracted by their phones. They were so unaware of their surroundings that the shooters were able to walk right up on them with guns in hand. Nobody looked up, nobody reacted until the shooters started firing from just a few feet away. According to reports, Bezoo was hit twice in the head, twice in the stomach, and 3 times in the back. With injuries that severe, there was no way he could survive. What made the situation even wilder was what happened just a few hours after the shooting. One of the alleged shooters, still wearing the exact same outfit seen in the footage, went live with another guy. On the live stream, he was telling someone to pull up while flashing a stack of money. To many people watching, that cash looked a lot like the payout, the alleged bounty that was put on Bezoo's head to get him murked.
Stop posting man on my shit. Man. Where you at?
I'm on my way.
Where you at?
I'm on my way.
I'm a leader. I've been running up this paper. I don't be there. Think I'm cheating. I'm a soldier. Can't go home until this mission get complete. You know I love you.
How you coming?
Hey, get some woods out of here.
I'm on my way, sir.
That's a straight up location drop because everybody's been wondering the same thing. In the first video, you can clearly see Zoo standing right there with his people. And at first, nobody believed it was real, but it was. Then you see the 2 dudes running up and everyone keeps asking, how did he get caught like that? And where did these guys even come from? The truth is, they were already there. They were sitting, waiting, and watching. The newspaper reporting got it all wrong. This wasn't some random moment or a chance encounter. When the shooters pulled up, they were already locked in and ready to go. The second they jumped out of that car, everything was already decided. So, all the rumors people were spreading, these guys knew exactly what they came here to do. They had already made up their minds long before they stepped out with those guns, and even though Bezoo had a pipe on him, he had something in both hands at the time, meaning there was no realistic way he could have reached for it or defended himself in that moment. In the end, it all happened too fast. He never even got the chance. When the news broke, the internet was buzzing. People were shocked and trying to piece together what really happened. His close homies began posting their condolences and feeling concerned about the deadly incident. But on the other side, his ops were doing the complete opposite. They were online mocking his death and celebrating the situation. One of them was Lil Zay Osama, who went live to troll the death of THF Bayzoo. Memo 600 also spoke out, making it clear that even though he and Bezoo had their differences in the past, at the time of THF Bayzoo's death, everything between them was cool. There wasn't any beef or bad blood. In fact, Memo said he had just hung out with Bezoo for about an hour, not too long before everything happened. In his post, he said, "At the end of the day gotta end. I never posted, folks. We had a lot going on one point of time I was with. Every day for a year straight, I let these other chase it, rest up, Ike." Now, for people who don't know the history between Memo 600 and Bezoo, their issues went public a while back when Bezoo went live, showing a Steve Drive chain claiming it belonged to Memo 600. But here's the part many people got wrong. Before that live happened, Memo had actually bought around 10 to 15 Steve Drive chains and gave them out to his homies. So the chain Bezoo flashed wasn't Memo's personal chain. It belonged to one of Memo's guys, and Bezoo just happened to get his hands on it and show it off online. Memo 600 later went live to address the situation, making it clear that nothing was ever taken from him. He said the whole chain situation was just clout chasing. Memo 600 wasn't the only person THF Bayzoo had issues with. Bezoo was moving heavy in the streets, and a lot of his ops were genuinely afraid of him. Because of that, many people wanted him gone. So to really understand how THF Bayzoo ended up getting gunned down in broad daylight, we need to look at what might have gone wrong. A hit that clean and that close doesn't just happen by chance. A location drop like that could easily point to a backdoor situation, someone close enough to know his moves and pass the information along. Possibilities of THF Bayzoo's death. Earlier in February 2024, it was rumored that the BVC gang allegedly killed THF TP, and then a month later, THF allegedly retaliated by taking out Man from BVC. According to reports, Man and another individual were driving north in a blue sedan around 3:20 p.m. in the 6800 block of South State Street when someone in a silver car pulled up and opened fire. Both victims were rushed to the University of Chicago Medical Center, where they were later pronounced dead. Then by September 2025, Lil Deuce was also killed in what's believed to be a continuation of that same conflict. Lil Deuce was reportedly in Burnside, standing outside while completing his annual gun offender registration when a car suddenly pulled up and opened fire. He was struck multiple times in the head and rushed to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead shortly after. Since Bezoo's murder happened on the west side, many believe BVC or their allies could have been involved in the hit. If that turns out to be true, this war is bound to escalate even further. THF is known as one of Chicago's most dangerous gangs, feared for their reputation of winning most of their wars, including their long-standing beef with 051 Young Money. Even after the shooting, Lil Sam from BVC took to Instagram, posting a picture of BVC Man and hinting that a get back had already been carried out in his name. And from the look of things, rumors started flying that Lil Sam might have been one of the shooters involved in the hit. Reddit fans even posted comparison pictures online, showing Lil Sam while running towards THF Bayzoo to take him down, and the one before the hit. You remember that interview Lil Zay Osama did on No Jumper, where he explained why he fell out with OTF and THF. He broke down the whole situation about how his watches went missing, and that moment was really the start of the tension between him and some of the guys in those camps.
That's surrounded by them, the niggas that can't come around Dirk. You know what I'm saying? The niggas that wish he gave them some money. The niggas that's on the sideline like, man, his ass ain't do shit for me yet. You know what I'm saying? You got all these niggas. Like, y'all heard about the situation with the watches, right?
I'm about to bring that up with your shit, right?
Yeah.
All right, so look, they be saying that some THF niggas took your shit and then, or they took one of your homies' watches and shit, and that's why you kind of fell out with OTF.
I never fell out with OTF. You get what I'm saying? This was the situation. The situation was, we had an OTF chat, like where we all talking shit.
A group chat.
Yeah, where we pull up the video, each other video shoots and all this extra shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I hit the chat. I'm like, pull up to the video shoot. I'm in the rack. You feel me? Motherfucker, pull up to the video shoot. But like I'm telling you, it was niggas in this group chat outside of OTF, like these other different blocks. So two niggas from down there pulled up to the video shoot. I never had no problem with them, no bad vibes with them. So you know, they come to the video shoot, we kicking it. Video shoot over, I leave. I go to my hotel room. Mind you, I get off the liquor, I'm drunk as now. You feel me? I'm in the hotel room, I go in the room, I fall asleep. I always take my watches off and put it on the table because I be sleeping like this, or, you know, I use my hands to sleep, you feel me? So I took my watches off, both of them, and put them on the front room table. You feel me? I wake up the next morning, bro, like 7 in the morning, bro. My shit gone, you hear me?
Now, the reason this whole situation gets complicated when trying to figure out who the real shooters were or why they even carried out the hit is because it all seems to trace back to Lil Zay Osama. This connection is what allegedly sparked the tension and eventual fallout between THF and BTBG/BVC, making the whole situation even messier. From the interview, Lil Zay Osama explained everything that went down that night. However, word on the streets was that THF Omerta and Lil Law were the ones who went on tour with Lil Zay and OTF. During the tour, they allegedly stole Lil Zay's watches and later trolled him about it online, which made Lil Zay furious and eventually led to tension between him, THF, and OTF. Lil Zay would go on his IG stories to say, "Stop running around this bitch like y'all upped on me or robbed me. You stole 2 watches out the hotel while I was asleep, y'all gone, sell that shit, go back broke, and need smirk again. And folks ain't got shit for y'all, we lay bell on ain't nobody gone. Stop it. You stole the watches merched on every nigga dead from your hood. Y'all ain't steal it. I'll upload the messages. You can't keep it gangster, y'all know. What's up?" Then one of his affiliates would post a picture and a caption saying, "Here go another BAP rapper, y'all. They can't be stopped, ain't shit. Get took, y'all broke ass. Stole it, now it's blood everywhere. They're free the biggest." Then the alleged dude that took the watches claps back saying, "They still around. Quit bapping from Cali and come get your shit back. Cause you homies ain't doing a good job and you ain't did shit since. But talk, grow some guns, law." It's believed that this incident was what eventually led to TP's death, though many think there's more to the story, possibly a shooting or another that hasn't been made public. Lil Zay has mocked THFTP several times since then, and even dissed Bezoo after his death, calling him his favorite op. The way THFTP was gunned down was beyond brutal and quickly became one of the most shocking murders in Chicago's gang history. On February 8, 2024, TP had just picked up his daughters from school and was walking with them and a woman believed to be his girlfriend on the west side of Chicago when 2 shooters suddenly pulled up and opened fire. The shooters wanted to make sure he never made it out alive. TP was gunned down right in front of his daughters, who ran off in fear as their father was hit multiple times. Clearly, there's a lot of bad blood in this young and deadly conflict, and it's still unclear who truly escalated things first. What we do know is that it allegedly began when THF took Lil Zay's watches, but whether BTBG/BVC took things further by murdering TP, or maybe something else happened behind the scenes that we ain't sure about, remains unknown. However, for such a back-to-back attack, the amount of bloodshed is already alarming. So far, there have been alleged losses on both sides. TP, then Man from BVC, followed by Lil Deuce, and now Bezoo from THF. None of these were small names, and each killing only seems to escalate the feud even further. Now that one of the top figures, Bezoo, has been taken out, tensions are at an all-time high. Both sides appear to be digging in deeper, with no signs of backing down. The streets are watching closely, and as things stand, it's going to be both dangerous and unpredictable to see how far this war goes, or if it ever truly ends. Right now, there's a lot of dissing happening across Instagram, probably more than ever. But that alone doesn't prove anything. People talk online all the time, and in Chicago, that kind of back and forth often brings the real truth. While some believe 051, Young Money was behind the hit, it hasn't been confirmed, and the most viral rumors point to the BVC gang as the ones responsible. In situations like this, anything is possible, especially when multiple sets with deep ties and long-standing grudges are involved. So far, 2 names have been mentioned in connection with Zoo's death: Mubu Crump from Snoblock and Big A from 051 Young Money. Mubu Crump was notorious on the streets of Chicago, especially for dissing OTF Newski, a rapper affiliated with OTF. Newski was tragically gunned down in 2014, a loss that deeply impacted Dirk and those close to him. Crump openly disrespected Newski's death and taunted the rest of the OTF crew. In one instance, he mocked Newski's passing, showing no remorse. When asked in a video why he did this, Crump explained that he taunted Newski because when he was alive, Newski had allegedly threatened to kill him.
Nobody don't give a fuck about that shit, nigga. It's getting money. You mad cause you broke. I'm broke. You can't go around and shop like how we do. You can't do that. I'm fucked up. I know you fucked up. So why you gotta hate on another black? But Newski dead, so why you tripping? But why do you gotta hate on another black man? Why you just can't give in? Newski told me he was going. Look, I'm gonna tell you. Look, you wanna know why I say Newski name all the time? Cause Newski told me he was gonna kill me, bro. So then it was funny to me when he got clapped.
And on May 24th, 2018, Mubu Crump was caught lacking. Reports say he was outside with friends, enjoying himself like you do when you're with your real crew. Before the tragic event, he even took to Instagram to share moments from the gathering, posting a picture showing himself having a good time with another dude. At exactly 1 a.m., Crump was standing in front of his house on the 6800 block of South Morgan Street on Chicago's South Side when shots rang out from a drive-by car, ending his life. Then there's Big A, that was sworn enemies with THF 46. Later, her brother Ario, also from 051, Young Money, reportedly cooperated with police. He allegedly told them that Zoo had called him and said that he had taken the hit, but that hasn't been confirmed yet. Despite Bezoo's mutual respect for 051 Young Melly, it didn't stop Melly from turning against THF members. As THF targeted members of 051 Young Money, the retaliation came quickly. Melly from 051 Young Money was reportedly involved in the death of Raheem, Bezoo's stepson, a THF member. Raheem, whose real name was Raheem Damron, became one of the many casualties in the ongoing war between THF and 051 Young Money. Raheem was only 15 years old when he was murdered. He was Bezoo's stepson, as Bezoo was in a relationship with Raheem's mother, and Raheem looked up to him as a mentor in the streets of Chicago. Under Bezoo's guidance, Raheem became a member of THF and started carrying guns at a very young age. In May 2015, Raheem reportedly shot at 051 Ario and one of his associates. Both men were injured but survived the attack. However, this incident had serious consequences for Raheem. According to rumors, just 9 days later, while he was heading home from a restaurant with friends, a car pulled up with 3 people inside. One of them leaned out and opened fire, hitting Raheem and his friend. Police found Raheem shot around 8:15 p.m. on a Sunday in the 800 block of East 45th Street in a South Side alley east of Cottage Grove Avenue. Near its intersection with 45th Street, that block had a long history of shootings and homicides, many tied to ongoing gang conflicts stretching from the north end of Bronzeville into the Englewood neighborhood. Incidents like this may help explain why Bezoo was moving heavily in the streets. With so many enemies and eyes watching, he never knew who was following him. That constant attention likely contributed to him being caught off guard and shot at close range, showing just how dangerous the streets were around him. If you like this video, click on a video on either side to watch a video similar to this one.